Hunter Labrada at the 2023 Tampa Pro, and Hunter Labrada at the Texas Pro, also 2023. Just a couple of weeks in between these two versions. Let's see, if any, the differences that Hunter Labrada has made with these two versions. And to somebody that doesn't follow bodybuilding, they're thinking, with 2 weeks, you can't change your physique. But to a actual bodybuilder, I'm sure they would tell you, they could manipulate their physique greatly within a couple of weeks. Or was he not as good? Did he not maintain? Takes a lot of work to hold on to that muscle and condition for 2 solid weeks and look just as good, because I'm here to tell you guys, Hunter Labrada, first place, Tampa Pro. Of course, Andrew Jack wasn't there, the only guy he lost to at the Texas. This was his best version, in my opinion. Was it the lighting? Well, I was actually discussing this exact same comparison with EP09, fellow YouTuber friend of mine. Come on, get to the chopper! Get to the chopper! But anyway, it could be a situation where the lighting does look a whole lot better at the Tampa Pro. There was no screen behind them. No lit up screen, and that makes a huge difference. But if you're going to ignore that, yeah, his legs look more separated. Just looks like he has more separation in all of the muscles. But yeah, that's the front double. Go to the front lat spread. And remember, we're not really judging the pose, things of that nature. We're just seeing the differences, and it is hard to see any true differences. The delts look a whole lot more separated, I'll tell you that right now, at the Tampa, but that could be contributed to the lighting. But I don't know if I was a betting man. Also, if I was a betting man, I think it's more than just the lighting in those wheels. From the bottom, from the calves to the quads, I mean, every inch of those wheels looks more detailed, more separated. But yeah, you gotta be honest with yourself. Look at the bright lights around the quad sweeps. It blends them in with the background. You can see that, and it takes away the entire impact. And not to mention the wow. Turn to the side. Side chest development. No. Taking a close look here, ignoring the lighting. The separation in the wheels looks just as good. Hanging hamstring. Hey, the guy was conditioned at the Texas. Just looks like his delts have more pop, more wow. And you can see that here as well. Midsection looks identical. And yeah, so the side, less of an impact, side tricep. I mean, you're not going to be able to tell here. You're not going to be able to tell anything. His lag looks so much better at the Tampa, but he's kicking the calf back and he's lunging a little bit more forward. I much prefer that. Not too many of the guys can get away with that. Is that still being hit to spec? You're going to the side. I mean, the lag looks just as good. You're just kicking the calf back. I think that should pass the spec inspections. But yeah, delt, again, you got to point to that delt. Tricep might be a little bit bigger too, but he is hitting it at a different angle. I think the interesting test here would be to look at the back condition and the lats themselves, traps, which everything looks better at the Tampa. I'll be honest with you. Take a close look, guys. The hamstrings, I mean, there are indentations. The glutes look much more striated. If you care about striations in the glutes, even the calves look bigger. Even the calves look, monstrous. Now, sometimes if you work your calves the next day, they're sore. They look small and washed out. Maybe that's what happened. When they're all healed up, ready to go, that's when your calves are the most bulbous. And Hunter's calves are awesome. But either which way, guys, look at the hamstrings. Look at that, the back width itself. I'm sure still some people are going to say, oh, the lighting. Well, I kind of agree, halfways. But guys, gals, here's Lewis Breed. Now here's Lewis Breed, Tampa, Texas. He placed 4th in one, 3rd in the other. He had a pretty good version here. But you can definitely see more striations in the glutes, hamstrings, at the Texas. Now, if it was all up to the lighting to make these guys look good, would he not look better At the Tampa? No, I think he just looks better at the Texas because he is better. Even the traps look bigger. Delts, everything. So yeah, it kind of lends more credibility when you go back to these shots. Hunter looks better. He looks more strided in the glutes at the Tampa, less at the Texas. So showing that Lewis Breed comparison kind of does lend some credibility to the fact that, well, not a fact, but the fact that I believe it, that Hunter was better at the Tampa. Maybe I'm just a Hunter fan hanging on to the possibility that he could still place ahead of Andrew Jack if he does bring a superior. But I don't know. Andrew Jack was pretty darn good at that Texas. And that's the thing. He looked fantastic under this type of lighting. But if you ask me, his back looks bigger. Hunter's, his delts look fuller. You could see that from the side. From the rear here, you can see it as well. So yeah, and then there's the abs and thigh. And I don't know if I like the side version. I kind of was pushing for the double arm overhead. One quad out, still abs and thigh, not thighs. But yeah, obviously in a direct comparison against an Andrew Jack, he's going to lose. Or even a Nick Walker. Overall shape, though, I don't know. Good Nick. But yeah, this is to see the differences of the two, and you cannot do that with these two shots. You can, in fact, do that with these two shots. And lighting aside, guys, look at the vascularity even. The traps, his traps look more veiny. They look bigger. His quads look more sweepy. Is that a thing? Sweepy quads? Well, they could be sleepy. Even from the front, you can see how that lighting, though. That lighting washes out the quad sweeps. Absolutely. Even the calves. You can't see it because it's a TV screen. Sit in front of your TV screen. Try to film yourself. That's what's going on here. That's what's going on. And here is a hands clasped to end this one. And I will say, he's better. I think he's better at the Tampa. You can see the lighting is better as well. That is helping. But it doesn't create, you kind of see some delt size impact. He hadn't shown his physique in so long. Since the Olympia. He had a lot to prove. He proved it. He was just full of fire. And then he qualified for the Olympia and, he went into the Texas looking great. But I don't think that fire was as... It was like a... Turn it up. See the difference? They both burn you, but still. Hit thumbs up on the video, guys. That doesn't mean I'm right. Could be 100% the lighting, and I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm saying. Something. Half the time. Hit thumbs up, subscribe. Have a great one, guys.